It's the Jef Clo Podcast Show. This is your favorite part if your last name is Angelo, cause it's the Jef Clo Podcast Show. Oh, it's Jef and Clo and Jef and Clo and Jef and Clo and Jef and Clo. And just in case you didn't remember, it's Jef and Clo. Jef and Clo.
Okay, Jeff, hey, we're back.
Yes, we are.
Podcast number 17.
17.
You notice anything different about me?
You're older.
Not officially.
Okay, how can I notice anything different? I can't see you.
Oh, that's true, but I'm wearing my Jef Clo hat.
Oh, okay.
I want everyone out there to put your Jef Clo hat on for this episode.
That's right, and if you don't have a Jef Clo hat, go to jeffandclo.com, and you can easily order your Jef Clo hat. Yeah. And 50% of the proceeds go to cancer research, so...
Yes, it does.
Good cause, good hat.
Actually, great cause, great hat.
Correct.
I was at my chiropractor today, and everybody was like, hey, I love that hat. Where'd you get it? I'm like, at jeffandclo.com.
That's right.
And they're like, but yeah, the logo is great, but it's a great looking hat. Mm-hmm. So,
well, thank you to Ryan Appel at Ryan Apparel.
That's right. I did tell them about that too. Yeah.
Yes.
About Ryan.
So he has a lot of good stuff. So you can look up Ryan Apparel on Google, on the Google machine, and he's got a lot of cool apparel out there that he puts together for specific locales.
Oh, I didn't know it was locale. Hey, that's pretty good.
Correct.
Yeah. So I was thinking last week we probably should have done some 4th of July stuff for our episode that just came out.
Yeah, we can talk about it now, even though it's coming up for us right now.
It's coming up for us, but by the time people hear this, it'll be passé to talk 4th of July.
That's okay. I think people have gotten used to the fact that we discuss things that are upcoming, just like our Father's Day episode came out the day after Father's Day. We did the same thing with Mother's Day. We don't plan very well, Dave.
Think of it as slow Jef and Clo, not just slow Clo.
Right, exactly. You just want to make yourself feel better
by
adding the slow moniker to Jef as well.
You're the one that does the show prep, so, I'm just saying.
Right, so 4th of July, as you mentioned, for us, we're recording this, 2 days before the 4th?
Yes.
Yeah. So we had to do the show early this week.
Which makes the 2nd, if I'm doing my math right.
Good job, Dave.
Thank you, Jeff.
That is fantastic. So
you've taught me a lot.
And you're leaving. You're going out of town tomorrow. So that's
don't tell people. I don't want people. Oh, wait.
Okay,
when it airs, I'll already be back. So
yes, your house will no longer be empty. So see, this is why we saved the conversation to be more real time. Yeah,
that's why we're doing it. That's right.
We planned that. Yeah. So where are you going?
We're going to Blowing Rock, North Carolina.
Okay.
It's a beautiful mountain city, and they have a very big 4th of July festival and parade. And gosh darn it, I love a good parade.
Oh, really?
Not really.
Okay, I was going to say, I hate
stupid.
parades.
But it's still kind of fun. It's a fun little town and just a fun night.
Carrie Ann was talking about the Rose Bowl and how she was there, I believe this last year, and how she had to get up early for the parade. And in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking, I don't even care that it's the Rose Bowl.
Seen one Rose.
Yeah.
Seen them all.
Parades.
And that's the biggest one.
I know, but the weird...
I used to go to the Orange Bowl parade all the time.
Oh, yeah?
It's great being with the family, but the parade didn't do that much for me.
Yeah, well, the weird thing with parades nowadays, at least like local ones, because my kids are high school age, so my son in the marching band will be doing lots of parades, and you've always got people walking around just throwing candy to each side of the street, and it just accumulates in the little gutters. And
people in the parade do that, too.
Right. Yes. Correct. But yeah, it always freaks me out because sometimes the candy won't go far enough and you'll have some little kid that's like, oh, candy!
Running out in the middle. I know.
It's flattened by a fire truck.
Happens all the time.
I hope that Tootsie Roll was worth it.
No, it was just a lollipop. I've seen it many times myself.
Yeah. So you'll be watching the fireworks then?
Yeah, there's more than one actually, Jeff. I found out.
Oh, so
There's not,
har.
but the one I'll be watching is the one in Blowing Rock, North Carolina.
Yeah, I typically don't do a whole lot of firework watching. I think we're going to try and figure out a way to watch Red, White, and Boom from a less downtown location, which is the big firework display here in Columbus, Ohio, which would be tomorrow night. But it's just so difficult. I mean, people have to go out. I mean, in the way that the heat has been lately, at least here in Central Ohio, the humidity, I mean, at times I look at it, it's like 88%. And these people go and sit out there starting at like noon or even earlier to watch 10 or 15 minutes worth of fireworks, 10 hours later. That's some dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in the hot sun and or rain and
right, exactly.
all the elements.
But the weird thing too is like, especially like I understand if it's like the New York City fireworks or something. I don't understand why like local celebrations here in Columbus like televise the fireworks. If you're gonna watch the fireworks on television, just find something else to watch. I mean, televised fireworks is not fireworks.
Especially reruns.
You might just think your picture is bad.
That's snow. And there's all those people that will crowd to go see it live, like get right there. And I don't know, you can be like a mile out and still see it because they shoot it up in the air,
Right.
But like to sit in traffic for like an hour and a half after it's over.
Right.
No thanks. I can see the Brentwood City fireworks from my house, and we fought the traffic.
Are you scrolling a mouse? Are you scrolling a mouse, Dave?
Subject officially changed.
I'm not scrolling a mouse. No. I don't even know what that means.
Well, like a mouse wheel on a mouse. It feels like as you're talking, I feel like quietly in the background, someone is slowly reeling in a fish.
Subject changed again.
There's like this.
I wasn't going to tell you about that, but
Dave is fishing while recording.
I've got a little pond set up in my studio here.
Okay. Well, actually, I found a fishing app for the Oculus Go recently, and it is very relaxing and very enjoyable. So maybe I'm just hearing the sound of reeling in my head. Could be.
That's sad that you have to do a virtual fishing. I mean, that's like...
It's actually really cool. Like all the locations I've been at so far are in like South Korea. And I mean, these are like real locations. It's not like computer-generated graphics. These are like 360 photorealism, and then the water's moving. You can kind of see where the fish are at. You cast your line. You got to fight with them, but it's still calming. I mean, that's what I love about fishing is it's so low pressure.
There's something beautiful and sad about what you just said.
Okay, but yeah,
I mean, I would love to see video of you fishing with your Oculus Go mask on in your living room.
Okay.
When you catch the big one.
Maybe I'll have Carrie Ann do that. Carrie Ann is now, as of today, the proud owner of her own Oculus Go.
Really?
Yes.
Congratulations, Carrie Ann.
I had her try mine a little more, just, she travels sometimes, so... Like, we could actually watch, like, Netflix or Hulu together when she's in a hotel, and we can turn our heads and see each other, like the little...
That is cool.
Avatar of ourselves, and we can talk to each other while we're watching the show.
Your avatar looks better than you do.
Yeah, there's cool features to it.
I just see you standing in your living room with your mask on going, it's so beautiful here. I just love it.
Well, I don't talk to an empty room.
I've heard different.
But back to the 4th of July.
New subject alert.
I don't know if you know this, Dave, but...
It's our nation's
Thomas
birthday?
Jefferson, well, yes, but Thomas Jefferson and John Adams...
Great guys.
Both died 5 hours apart on the 50th anniversary of the 4th of July on
so year 50?
July 4th, 1826.
Actually, I do know
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought that was weird.
You mentioned it recently.
I know. I know. Busted.
Busted him. This is part of our last week's episode that got cut.
That's right. Breaking down the fourth wall with Jef and Clo.
Yeah.
But one funny thing too is, I guess maybe not funny, but as John Adams was lying on his deathbed dying, I think maybe his last words were something to the extent of
Gunga, Gunga, Gunga.
And that means on your deathbed, you will receive total consciousness. So I got that going for me.
Which is
okay,
nice.
A little Caddyshack quoting. But apparently, like, I think his last words, I don't remember, like, verbatim what they were, but something like, Jefferson still survives. And what he didn't know is that Thomas Jefferson had literally died 5 hours earlier. So it's very
deep.
weird. Yeah, and
I
as well as...
thought you were going to say that he said rosebud.
Rosebud. Well, it's also odd that John Adams, as he's laying there going to the light, is his last words that he wants to utter are about how Thomas Jefferson is alive. That's just such a weird comment to make.
Yeah. So his last comment was a lie.
Yes. That
That's-
liar.
Yeah.
But another little tidbit about the 4th of July is they actually declared independence on July 2nd.
I did not know that.
It was on July 4th that Congress approved the declaration, and the famous signing of the Declaration of Independence did not take place until August 2nd.
I've been lied to
So-
my whole life.
Really, on July 4th, all we are celebrating is Congress approving something.
It does seem like a feat these days.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but if you look at it, holy crap, they went from a declaration to a signing of something so historic as the Declaration of Independence in 1 month.
Yeah.
That would take like at least 20 years nowadays with the current government setup.
Here's a trivia question for you.
Okay.
Do they have 4th of July in England?
No.
Then what comes after the 3rd?
Oh, Dave.
I got you.
You got to me, you sneaky boy. You got to me. Oh, I feel like a fool.
But you're used to it.
Yes, this is true. So yeah, that's our little 4th of July recap. And, this can be like a summary episode because I'm pretty sure, like, what was it, last week was like the longest day of the year, and that's officially what they call the
summer
start of summer.
solstice.
So summer technically just began.
Subject change alert.
It is very summery here, as I mentioned, with the heat and the humidity.
Yeah.
But one thing I love to do in the summer is
Fish?
bike riding. And Carrie Ann and I went and bought bikes. She hadn't ridden a bike in like 25 years,
Yeah.
but we just picked up our new bikes today. And it
Oh,
was
that's fun.
Yeah, we went to just go look at bikes, and we both kind of impulse bought bikes before we left the store.
Harleys?
No, but
No, like-
she used to ride motorcycles. I think she
Yeah?
had one. I'm a motorcycle wuss.
Me too.
I'm a little terrified of the idea of just being that exposed at that high of speed on a combustible engine.
I got you, man. I'm with you.
My brother just actually got in a pretty bad accident. He just recently got his
Oh.
motorcycle license and a brand new Harley, and
no.
lives out in Phoenix. Was just cruising down the road on
Route
I want to say a
66.
Saturday or a Sunday.
Oh.
No helmet. Car pulled out in front of him, went flying over the handlebars.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, he had.
Is he all right?
I mean, he spent a couple days in the hospital. He had his ribs
He's lucky.
broken.
Oh,
had to
my
have his
gosh.
ribs plated back together.
Oh.
So yes, caution to all of you people out there: put on your helmet
And rib
your
plate.
rib guard. Yes. Well, the rib plate comes after if you don't wear additional protection.
Oh,
But yeah, he had what is called the road rash, which is basically just
Ow.
yeah,
I don't even want to hear about it.
oh yeah.
That just, I can't even take carpet burn,
Right. No, I agree. I have responses for that I'm going to avoid.
Thank you.
But yeah, so speaking of impulse buying, I am a bit of an impulsive, like, I'm somebody who once I get something in my head, I usually just pretty much, I have to get it or do it or whatever. Are you impulsive? Or are you
Like
a
that
more...
time you said, I have to have a podcast.
Yes, exactly like that time.
Who can I do it with that will come off slower than me?
That's right. Who can I do it with that will make me sound eloquent, articulated, and smart?
You know what? I'm not impulsive. I'm the kind of guy that, like, I want this guitar. I wanted a Les Paul, let's say. Let's say I find a 78 Les Paul in a guitar shop.
Yeah, says the guy with 814 guitars in his studio. But go ahead.
Not quite 800. So like something like that. If I find it and I want it, I really want that guitar. I'm looking at it, and then when it comes time, like, okay, I've got the money I've allocated for it, and I'm gonna buy this guitar. I don't know. Then I start getting all the buyer's remorse before I buy.
Gotcha. See, that's what I try to avoid.
Pre-remorse. That's what we call it.
Pre-remorse. Pre-morse.
Sure, why
There
not?
you go. No, but see, that's where I never get to that point.
You never
Just
get
like-
to the...
No, well, just like with my Oculus, like as soon as it came out, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, finally affordable VR that from the reviews sounds quality, doesn't have to be tethered to a computer. And I mean, I want to say probably within 24 hours of learning of the Oculus Go's existence, I had ordered one.
I'm getting buyer's remorse just hearing you talk about that. No, that's not how I do it, though.
No. What about your daughter's car? I know you bought her a car recently. How much investigating or time did you spend? How many lots did you visit?
None.
You didn't go to any lots?
She and her mom were already on that page. Like, this is the
Okay.
one, we've looked at them. And so I did a little investigating online after they told me that they already wanted that one. And so it seems like a pretty good price. And
Gotcha.
it's at the Mercedes lot, so we can say we bought a new car.
At the Mercedes lot. Yes.
Exactly.
Way to be deceptive.
To me, it was worth it just to get their license plate holder. It said Mercedes on it.
You're over there ripping off like hood ornaments and you're just trying to screw it into the Jeep fitting.
Darn security footage.
Check out my new Mercedes Jeep.
Yeah.
It's a hybrid, literally. Well, like impulse buying, another thing. I'm usually pretty good about having a list at the grocery store, but, like they say, don't go to the grocery store hungry.
I always do. That's the only time I go.
Always? The only time?
I guess those are my impulse buys. It was when I go to the grocery store. That's about it.
Okay. Well, that's kind of...
I don't come home and go, I shouldn't have bought that bread.
Well...
I don't have buyer's remorse for groceries.
Well, they have like the end cap items and little things that's like, ooh. Or when you're waiting in line, you get to, just see these little tidbits or things that they put out.
I'm just saying that I don't get buyer's remorse at the grocery store.
Well, that's good because you're going to use that stuff. But it's very difficult to go to the store.
I use the guitar too.
Huh?
I'll use that guitar too.
What do you mean?
You're saying I don't have remorse because I will use the groceries, but...
Oh, well, that's true. That's true. I see what you mean. Well, yeah, but that's a much more expensive investment.
I don't know, that bread.
Bread compared to Les
eggs
Paul.
and bread.
Eggs that come in a 10-pack like bowling pins and bowling balls.
This is artesian bread I'm talking about.
Oh, artesian. Wow, that sounds pretty fancy. But it's difficult to go to the store when you're not hungry because if you need to go to the store, chances are you're low on the stuff that would keep you from being hungry. Right?
And now the point.
So it's almost like you need to drive through somewhere on the way to the store, shove your face with, Wendy's double stacks. And, speaking of Wendy's, if you want to advertise, sales at jeffandclo.com.
Shameless.
But yeah, that's just, I don't know. Seems very odd.
I like my instincts at the grocery store better when I'm hungry. When I'm not hungry, I go and I'm like, I don't need any of this. So I'll just get some.
And then do you have buyer's unremorse when you get home and go, man, now I really want a kosher pickle?
I'm pretty sure that's not what they call it.
Okay. Oh, you don't think you call it unremorse, not pickles?
No,
Okay.
I think it's just called buyer's morse.
Oh, morse. It's not the re. You haven't done it again. That's awful.
No, it's
Just
not
like
awful.
words that don't make any sense that just have re in them, like refrigerator.
What was
Yeah,
frigid?
I've never heard anyone refrigerate anything before.
It's being
How are they doing it again?
refrigid.
It don't make no sense. Yeah.
I think you're
Well-
onto something. Mm-hmm. I mean, on something.
But yeah, I was impulsive like the night.
Subject change alert.
Oh, guess what? Everybody, Jeff's about to talk about the St. Louis Blues winning the Stanley Cup. But no, the night that they won, like literally
Another
with
dinner you owe me.
No, it's corn dogs. But
That's a dinner.
like minutes after the game ended, I've got the laptop out and I'm on the NHL store just buying all of the celebratory. Now, I will say that the NHL storefront was prepared. I mean, they had that thing ready to go minutes after. It said, Blues Champions, buy your gear here.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here staring across the room at my little
Don't bring that up.
pennant or whatever banner thing that you would call it as a 2019 Stanley Cup Champions banner that I have hanging on my wall now next to my autographed photo of the captain, Alex Pietrangelo.
Oh, I'm impressed. But that was really cool, that new St. Louis Blues Championship lawnmower you got.
Yeah.
And,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is dumb.
I was just trying to picture you with the most ridiculous fan gear.
A lawnmower would be ridiculous.
Success.
I'm going to tell you what, speaking of lawnmowers.
Subject change alert.
I know I've complained about, the areas of my grass that get really long and having to mow and not being a fan of that. I am a lawnmower killer. Okay? I go through lawnmowers like probably more frequently than people go through shoes. Seriously, I feel like I'm replacing my lawnmower every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I just killed a John Deere riding lawnmower. I don't know how I killed it. I think that part of the thing is something little goes wrong and you take it to the shop and they go, nope, it's pretty much gone.
Oh.
Why don't we just hang on to that for you?
Here's $7 in recycling
We can
fees.
charge you $50 to haul it off to trash.
So
I'll tell you what, we'll just do that for free for you.
So you just took your wounded John Deere mower somewhere and then just left it with them?
They kept it, and I said, just
You got nothing
do whatever
for it.
you want. Nothing.
Dude, the parts alone, there's have to be functional parts on it.
I killed every single part, I guess.
It was just withering away.
I
Just
killed
looked like-
the seat, the steering wheel, the blades. I don't know.
Really?
It's just hard for me to believe that it's worth nothing,
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should have taken it home, gotten on Craigslist, and said, I got a lawnmower, John Deere riding lawnmower, not sure what's wrong with it, but it won't start, it won't do this.
Guess what? I did that, and at least 30 people said they're going to come see it, set up a time, and never showed up. So you know what? I gave it to John Deere repair people and said, it's yours.
So
now I have a lawn service.
Gotcha. So you took it to John Deere. They told you it was bad. Then you took it home.
Say a repair place.
Okay, so you took it to the repair place. They said it was worthless. Then you took it home, tried to get rid of it, and then took it back again. Is that the story?
Well, I put it on Craigslist before I took it to them.
Okay,
I thought,
okay.
It's got some problems.
I was going to say, that's a lot of back and forth with a riding mower.
Yeah.
That seems like a pain. Did you ride the mower to the repair shop?
Wouldn't have made it.
That would be awesome. I would love to just see you just putting down the road.
It had 4 flat tires. I don't know. I really ruined most of it.
Yeah, you really weren't taking good care of that.
Well, that thing, it's the yard. I mean, the yard it's a hard yard. It's one of those yards. It's
hard
an acre.
Yard. Rhyming
it's
with
an acre, and you really should probably weed whack the entire yard, probably.
The whole thing, just out there with a weed
acre
whacker.
of weed whacking.
That'll
Because the
take a
yard
long
is
time
just too dangerous.
and a lot of line. I was out.
I need one of those kind of what's that other kind of lawnmower that has like?
Yeah, like the professional guys
arms.
kind of stand on the back of them and they
That's
push
what
the
I need.
little levers back and forth.
I need a professional lawnmower.
Yeah, that still be Jeez, my Bing Bong Steve Viva. That would still be hard.
I worry about
on
you, Jeff.
The hill that you have.
Yeah, but they do it.
You keep falling off.
They do
of
it fine.
Okay. Well, yeah, but you're not a professional, and clearly you're not good with lawnmowers.
Subject change alert.
You reminded me of my favorite joke from Monty Python.
Which is,
Excuse me, miss. What do you think about sex on the telly? Oh, I think it's awful. I mean, I keep falling off.
your Monty Python impressions not so hot.
Good.
No, and you're even more so that when they do the women, I don't like spam. That's
Yeah.
where you got.
All right, you tell the joke now.
really get shrilly.
See who does it better.
Hello, miss. What do you think about sex on the telly? Oh, I don't like it. I keep falling off.
Pretty close. Pretty
Something
good.
like that. All right.
I mean, I keep falling off.
This is going to be like a Monty Python impression duel. It is on. Shkong. The dueling pythons.
I feel bad that I only gave 50%.
Oh, I see.
Or 20%.
So you're blaming it on your lack of effort.
Yes, kind of. I mean, think about it. That's half the reason an impression fails.
Mm-hmm.
Subject change alert.
You want to know something that I did just the other day, Dave?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, never mind.
No, now I'm intrigued. Go ahead.
I successfully, without shocking myself, replaced Carrie Ann's capacitor on her exterior air conditioning unit.
That shocks me.
And it fixed it. So
Congratulations.
I've done it twice to mine and fixed it. Once to yours and it wasn't the problem and shocked myself. And then once with hers and fixed it. So you are the only complete failure when it comes to my capacitor installation. Not only did I not fix the problem, but I gave myself quite the jolt in the process.
And gave me the blame for the failure.
Well, I mean, you probably treated your air conditioning unit like your lawnmower.
Was there security footage of that out there too?
Subject change alert.
I'm going to shift gears real quick because I just forgot while we're talking about past episodes. I forgot. My mom texted me on Saturday.
Yes.
My nephew Kyle, who goes to school out in Arizona.
That's not how you say Kyle.
Kyle?
Okay.
But he's going to visit my mom this week. She sends me a text on Saturday at 6:00 p.m. Kyle is coming by Greyhound bus, long story, but flying home. He was to leave 7.5 hours ago, but hasn't left yet. They are looking for a driver.
Oh, from Greyhound. Oh.
Yeah, so then fast forward 23 hours. Poor Kyle update. Greyhound bus left Phoenix 8 hours late. First driver made up 3 hours. Second driver lost time, and now they are 12 hours behind schedule. So they're doing good. But she calls me yesterday to tell me that she's driving from Hilton Head to Atlanta because he was in the Atlanta Greyhound terminal, and that bus was so delayed that he wouldn't have arrived in Savannah until after midnight and would have to sleep in the Savannah Greyhound terminal.
How can they get it so wrong?
So she just said, screw it, just cancel your ticket. I'm driving to Atlanta to get you.
I think the new Greyhound slogan should be, for people who don't have money or anything else better to do. Because it's going to take all week to get 4 hours down the road.
Or it could be something like, we'll get you there, ... eventually.
I think more like, we might get you there.
Yes, you guys can go back and listen. What was that, like episodes 2 and 3 or 3 and 4?
We'll get you there, or your family members can come get you where we leave you.
We'll get you somewhere at some point. Poor Kyle. Yeah, I
we
responded
promise
to my mom.
get you there closer to your destination.
Closer. I texted my mom back and I was like, did you not learn anything from the podcast?
Exactly.
Why are you letting your grandson go through this ordeal from Phoenix?
Yeah.
It's all the way over to Hilton Head. That's awful.
Oh, yeah, and I was just going Nashville to Memphis. Man, that's just too much room for error.
Yeah, it took him 3 days to get from Arizona to Atlanta, not even his final destination.
Oh, man. And, Southwest has such cheap tickets if you plan it out,
Yeah.
Or even American has some new thing that my son's going to fly. I forget what it's called, though, but it's...
A plane.
No, it's a cheaper fare that you can't change the ticket at all. You just have to, you buy it, and if you don't go, then you lost your money. But it's so cheap. If you know for sure you're going to do it.
It's called a craps ticket because it's a gamble.
Yeah, good lucks. No, hope your plans don't change, but yeah.
Subject change alert.
But yeah, it was pretty toasty. Carrie Ann's Friday night, we're cooking dinner, and she's like, "Does it feel warm in here?" And I just thought it was because we were in the kitchen, and I went and looked at her thermostat, and it was 74 degrees. By Saturday afternoon, it was 82 in there. And we ordered the part and had it overnighted, which thank goodness for modern delivery methods and Amazon. The part arrived like Sunday at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and now she is back to a cool home. But
Nice.
boy, has it been awful here in Ohio. The band played an outdoor, well, not outdoor, but we were down in Chillicothe, Ohio over the weekend.
One of the two.
Yeah, well, we were in a garage that was not air conditioned.
Okay.
And the temperature was around 90 degrees outside. Humidity was insane.
I got to tell you, I'm picturing like the worst possible gig when you say in a garage.
It's actually a very nice garage. It had a bar in it, a bathroom in it. I mean, it was probably like a 5-car garage. I mean, it was a really nice, like, kind of, I don't know if it was like you would call it a log cabin house, but out in the country is actually Kingston, Ohio, so outside of Chillicothe.
So it wasn't like the Bowling for Soup video.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, you are.
Don't tell me what
1984.
I don't remember.
And Madonna, no. They're like playing in a little tiny garage.
I mean, I know the song. Okay. Well, yeah, we were a garage band for a night.
Or is it 85?
I don't know. I already told you I don't know, even though you said yes. So
Well, I'm talking to the fans.
Fans, if you're listening, call in to 1-800.
Yeah.
We don't have a phone.
We don't have a clue.
Or a time machine. Because by the time you want to call in, you know.
It's got to be
too late.
85.
Okay.
That's settled.
So, yeah, but it's been like every time I would be okay during like playing a song, but then as soon as we would stop playing a song, like I would just feel like
A woman?
just whoosh, like just this rush of sweat just pouring down. And that's, I will, say
hate
that is
that.
another negative to being a bald man is you don't have like the hair to naturally absorb some of the sweat. So it has nowhere to go but just down in every direction.
Oh, gross.
I'm just like a walking fountain.
Yeah.
So we got to leave Carrie Ann's 82-degree condo on Saturday to drive to a garage and play a 90-degree heat. That was awesome.
Subject change alert.
Oh, and I got eaten by the bugs like crazy. Do bugs like you? They love me.
It seems like certain nights, like I will just be like, I'm the guy. Like, I think bugs taste change, you know?
Oh, okay.
They'll be
like people when they get older?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bugs are like, hey, I kind of like this guy. And then when they're all chowing down on my legs, and then maybe a week later, because that's a lifetime to bugs. They're like, yeah, I'm not really into that guy anymore. Have you tried this new restaurant over here?
Have you tried
know.
Steve's?
Have you tried Jeff's legs? I just never get tired of that place.
Yeah. They love me. I'm telling you, they don't ever lose. I must be like the chocolate cake.
You're like the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, I just get welted. Like as soon as I get a bite, I mean, just huge welts, giant welts, and it's awful, itchy, and it doesn't help when you have sweat pouring into the sting wound. Have you ever been stung by a bee?
Of course. I'm a human. I'm a human being.
I've only been stung by a bee once in my life.
Really?
Yep. Do you want to know where I got stung?
I guess we'll go.
I'll give you 3 guesses. Let
me
guesses.
guess. Okay. In the backyard. On the swing
That's
set.
wrong. Nope.
At the park.
No.
No. Okay. Let's see. I'm just.
And for the record,
say,
all of your locations were incorrect as well.
on your arm,
No.
on your butt.
Nope.
I'm scared.
You're the one. It's
Leg.
nope. Inside my nostril.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Yes. It was a wall. No, it was not fun at all. Oh boy.
So you don't like it?
Nope, didn't care for it. And the other problem is my mom is like deathly allergic to bee stings. So
Ooh.
I had never been stung before, and I was probably, I don't know, I want to say I was 19, 20 years old when this happened. And when I got stung, I didn't know if I was allergic too because I'd never been stung.
Oh.
So now not only do I have like a swelling nostril, but I'm panicked that I'm at my friend's house and
I bet you were a fun play date.
What happens? Yeah. So that's scary. Do you have allergies?
I just figured out a few years ago, we do that cruise every February, and there was a handful of them in a row that seemed like I always had the worst cough and thought it was cold related. And finally started doing allergy medicine just in January, February. And ever since then, I've been all good, all clear.
So just regular, like seasonal allergies, no allergies to food or anything like that?
Yeah, as far as I know, it's just seasonal.
Gotcha. I have an allergy to Jef Clo, so it's awful. I have to take shots every day.
This is why we do the podcast in opposite cities or different cities.
Right. We have to do it from a distance. No, I'm the same way where I never had allergies to anything. I mean, I don't even get poison ivy. But I just recently, right around the cruise, when we started doing the cruise about 5 years ago, I started getting like this, what seemed like a cold, but would turn into like a sinus infection like 2 weeks before the cruise every year. And I would always just be recovering right at cruise time. And then they finally said, well, try allergy medicine. And now I don't
understand one thing. Why is it when we get together, like when we worked on the record, why is it I have to get in the bubble?
Well,
I mean, you're the one with the allergies.
Well, you don't know who else is affected by your dander.
No one else.
Dave Dander. No one else? You sure?
No one else makes me get in that bubble.
Okay, well, that's fine. The Dave bubble is going to collapse.
Subject change alert.
Similar to the housing bubble.
Not my housing bubble.
But yeah, so
subject change alert.
It's been muggy. It's been hot. Lots of bugs. But at least now AC at Carrie Ann's, and I currently have a functional lawnmower.
AOC was at Carrie Ann's?
Subject change alert.
AOC was...
No, I don't even want to bring that up. I'm sick of seeing that name in the news. Ugh.
Did you see her fake photographs outside a fence? Yeah.
Yes, crying and bent over wailing at the treatment of the
water plant, wherever she was.
Yeah, and she was. Then they picture from behind her standing at the fence just showed an empty parking lot.
Yeah.
Yep, I saw that. No posturing there.
Absolutely none.
Oh well, welcome to American politics.
Yeah. It's a sad state of affairs. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Bill Clinton. But we didn't want to end on politics.
No. What are you going to end us on?
Oh, I end us? Oh.
I don't know. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
You're the show prep guy.
I already have gone through my show prep, Dave. We've been talking for 40 minutes based on my show prep that I had to throw together quickly. Because we realized yesterday
that I'm going out of town, so we had to do this early.
Yes. I texted you and said, hey, with the fireworks on Wednesday and the holiday coming up, maybe we should try and do this earlier in the week. And you were like, oh, yeah, well, I forgot I'm leaving Wednesday at 7 and getting home essentially when the podcast needs to be uploaded Sunday night. So I guess we do have to do it sooner.
Yeah. Well, this thing creeps up on me every week. Every week keeps just getting faster, but the podcast seems to always be like, oh, it's that time already.
Well, I remember you bringing this trip up like a few weeks ago or so when we were working on the best of so that we could plan ahead for this one. And then I don't feel so bad for forgetting. It's not my trip. It's not on my calendar.
Yeah, shame on me.
That was up to you. I called you you.
Subject change alert.
Which is a mash joke. When Frank goes to Hawkeye, you, and Hawkeye goes, how dare you call me a you?
I used to love MASH when I was 6.
More MASH jokes. Should I do that in a Monty Python woman's voice? How dare you call me a you?
No, still not funny.
It was funny in the moment, in the show. Show, Dave.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, there we go. We turned it around.
Yeah, Happy
before
4th
we finish,
of July.
Yeah, well, we can do our quick plugs really quick. We want to remind everybody again, go to jeffandclo.com Get your hats. If you follow us on Facebook, you see a lot of people are now
Millions.
getting very creative with putting the cards. We have a new design I'm going to get mailed out because we have both Linda and Lisa have gone through their stash. Yep. So go to iwantcards@jeffandclo.com. And we will send you some cards, and you can distribute to your friends, family, or put them wherever you want.
Wow.
If you want to be a sponsor or an advertiser on the show, reach out to us at sales@jeffandclo.com. And then we really quickly want to reiterate, we have our show for the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer fundraiser coming up at Lucky's in Hilliard on August 24th. And Dave, you'll be playing first, then followed by Jef and Clo performance, followed by my band, The Love Benders. And then September 28th, we will be at the Lancaster Eagles with Toby Lee and Mustang Sally and Crossfire. And I have tickets, so reach out to us. You can just reach out to Jeff at jeffandclo, jefandclo.com. And let me know you want some tickets. And if you're in the area, I'll figure out a way to
Get them to
meet up with you. Or if you're not in the area, or even if you are in the area and it's difficult to meet up, we can just mail them out and I can arrange payment somehow. So $25 in advance, $30 at the door. It's going to be fantastic. Dave and I are working on some interesting things to make sure that the show is very entertaining.
So that's three bands. It's Jef and Clo, Crossfire, and Toby Lee and Mustang Sally.
Which, yes, Toby Lee and Mustang Sally is one band.
When you say it all, it sounds like, about 10 bands are playing.
Right.
Jef and Clo and Crossfire and Toby Lee and Mustang Sally.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 maybe, 5.
Okay.
But it's only 3. But it's 3 good bands.
That's right.
You don't want to miss this.
No,
it is going to be fun.
Don't. It is. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Gonna be a party.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, we will wrap this up. We're actually going to give people a more digestible episode for the first time in a long time.
Unbelievable.
So we hope everybody had a fun and safe 4th of July because it has already happened like 6 days ago or 5 days ago or something.
It depends on when you listen.
That's correct. That's correct. So we hope you guys enjoyed episode number 17. Please share with your friends on social media. Go follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Jef and Clo. Go find us. And I think that's all we wrote,
soon
Dave.
To come, YouTube, right?
That's right. We're going to be adding things to YouTube.
A YouTube channel.
Correct. And we'll remind everybody, too, that you can go download or stream the Jef and Clo musical album, Another Stupid Joke, on Apple Podcasts. Not Apple Podcasts. I'm confusing my promotional locations. On iTunes or Amazon or Pandora, Spotify, all that stuff. YouTube Music. So we are on YouTube with the music. We're just going to start getting the podcasts up there.
Very cool.
Cool. All right, Dave. Will you have a safe and happy 4th of July trip?
You too, Jef.
I will talk to you soon.
See you, buddy.
Love you, Dave.
Love you, Jef. Bye-bye.
Brain fart.